Shalom, shalom, family. Yahweh Bashim Yashar Brakathon to my brothers. Yahweh Shemalathan Bashim Yashar to all my sisters. You know what time it is, you know what day it is. Friday, 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 Friday. That's right, it's Friday. The Lashawan Qadash class, the Hebrew class. Or as we like to call it in Atlanta, Hebrews 101. All right, Most High in Christ. As we said, it is Friday. It's good to be back. Been gone for these past 2 weeks. I just want to give a big shout out to Priest Officer Yahweh Yadai for holding us down. You know what I'm saying? But the class, give it up for him. Honor to that brother right there. As we said, it's good to be back. And of course, when we come back, we're in black. All right? Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Okay? And just in case for the people, this is Hebrews 101, and how we, just in case, how do we get down? We stick with the basics, all right? All right, doing the foundations, okay? Keeping it simple, making sure we get our pronunciations correct, all right? So when we have to read for the feast, read for the generals, read for our own pleasure, or read coming up for the Passover, we got it down pat, all right? Most High in Christ. So let's take it from the top. You know how we get down. All right. We got our letters here. 22, count them, 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. All right. Let's go over it real quick. Take it from the top. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. All right? Most High in Christ. Okay, so again, this is Hebrews 101, just in case for the people. And also remember that in Atlanta especially, we like to do a lot of repetition, a lot of muscle memory, if you will. Okay, a lot of muscle memory, all right? So you will hear me repeating words a lot, repeating phrases a lot, just to make sure that we got it down pat and really have it in our heads, okay? Most High in Christ. So now let's go over the alphabet again. But this time, let's go over it in ancient Hebrew, okay? Ancient or Paleo Hebrew, if you will, all right? And also for the people that are new, when we go over these letters right here, these characters, these symbols, let's say like if you're going to the Lord's Passover, all right, and you're going to see brothers in glorious, I'm talking glorious garments, warlike apparel, and you're going to see some of these characters. You're going to see some of these characters, all right, on their sleeves, all over their garments, okay? And they're going to have their names, all right? And you'll see they're going to have their names spelled out in this language right here, in the ancient Hebrew language, okay? So this is going to help you to identify what they're saying, all right? Most High in Christ. Take it from the top again. A, all right? Ba, okay, just in case, the A in ancient Hebrew looking like an English A, but on its side. Ba, kind of looking like a fish hook. Ga, half of a triangle, all right, or a distant mountain, if you will. The next, Da, an actual triangle. Then Ha, looking like a backwards English F, okay? Then Wa, kind of looking like an English Y or a wishbone. Then next we have the character Za, very easy to identify. Then next we have Ka, it's going to be a very strong pronunciation, very strong Ka, all right? It's going to kind of look like a ladder or a fence, if you will. Then next we have Ta, Okay, ta is going to kind of look like a target. All right, X with the circle around it. X marks the spot. All right. Then next we have ya, ya. All right, kind of looking resembling a Z but with an extra line in it, or if you will, ya kind of looking like a hand ready to pick up an object. All right. Then next we have, which is different from the ka we said earlier was a very strong pronunciation. Next we have ka, which is going to be a little softer, if you will, or a little more subtle. Okay, ka is going to be a half of a circle with part of a triangle in the middle. Okay, almost like a crescent moon. All right. Next we have la, la, another letter that's going to be easier to recognize in the Hebrew language, looking like the English L. Then we have ma, ma, okay? So like, also kind of resembling a little hook, all right, a little fish hook, all right? Then na, na, all right? Na is going to look like almost like a safety pin, if you will, a little pin for your clothes. Then next we have sa, sa, right? Sa is going to look like an antenna or a flagpole, all right? Come over here. Then next we have I. I. I is going to look like the English O, okay? Then next we have pa. Pa, in the ancient Hebrew, is going to look like an English J, okay? Then next we have tazah. Tazah, all right? Also looking like a little flag, all right? But it's going to is comprised of a straight line and a small Z at the top, okay? Then next we have qua. Qua, kind of looking like a mushroom, all right? Mushroom. Then ra. Ra is going to look like the number 4 in English. Then sha. Sha, another very easy letter to a character to recognize. Sha is going to look like what? The English W. Then, lastly, we have fa. Fa, okay? Fa is going to look like the lowercase t, or imagine the Christian cross falling. Okay? The Christian cross falling, or a sign that is falling. All right? And of course, we are praying for the destruction of Christianity to fall. All right? That's right. All right. So now, lastly, let's go over our Hebrew letters and our characters in this time in Assyrian. All right? That is Assyrian Hebrew. All right? And unfortunately, we will focus on the Assyrian Hebrew. Why? Because it is the most predominant text available. All right? Okay, so again, lastly, going over our letters, take it from the top. Ah. Ah. Ancient, it's like in Assyrian Hebrew, it's going to kind of look like a curvy X. All right? The next we have ba. Ba. Kind of looking like an English J that's upside down, if you will. Then next we have ga. Ga in the Assyrian Hebrew is going to kind of look like a clothes hanger, if you can kind of picture that. Then next we have da. Da is going to look like an English T, but with more reach and a straighter reach, if you will. Then next we have ha. Ha. It's going to look like a staple. All right. You see in the text, it's going to look like a staple, but it's going to have an extra space. It's going to have an extra space. All right. So it's not going to connect all the way. Then next we have wa. Wa. All right. Wa. Kind of looking like the ancient Hebrew God. Remember that we said like kind of like a half done triangle or a, what else did we say? Like a hill or mountain in the distance. Here you have it. You have wa again, but this time right side up almost. It's like it?
Oh, I thought you said that mom was like cowbell.
Not yet. We're getting to that. The water for that.
Okay, no, slow.
Not yet. Then next we have za. Za, okay? In the Assyrian text, it's going to kind of look like a curvy English T. All right? Then next we have ka. Ka, remember that strong pronunciation? Ka, looking like a staple. Looking like a staple. But this time it connects. Okay? It's going to connect. Ka will connect, but ha will not. All right? The next we have ta. Ta. In the Assyrian Hebrew, although it might not be recognizable, but in the text, it's going to kind of look like a horseshoe. All right? Kind of look like a horseshoe. Next we have ya. Ya. In the Assyrian text, it's going to be pretty much the smallest letter, the smallest character. Okay? Smallest character. So that should be easy. Try to remember that. It's going to be the smallest character. Next we have ka. Ka. Ka looking like, for the ancient Hebrew, the crescent moon, but this time no triangle. All right. And also remember, in Assyrian Hebrew, there are count of 5 letters that will change their shapes only when they're at the end of the text. Okay. Ka being one of them. Okay. And ka will go from its crescent moon look to, if it's at the end of the text, kind of looking like the da. Kind of looking like the Assyrian da. Okay. But with, as we like to say, extended clip. Extended clip. Okay. It's going to have a lot of reach at the bottom of the page. Okay. Then next we have la. La. It's going to look like a question mark almost. All right. La. Then next we have ma. You have ma, okay? Which, as my brother, my comrade, Officer Fitting the Pashkaya, pointed out to help me remember, that ma in the Assyrian text is going to look like a cowbell. It's going to look like a cowbell, okay? But when it's at the end of the text, ma will change from the cowbell to a box. Okay? Ma will change from a cowbell to a box. All right? Just trying to give you a few clues or a few hints, all right, when you have to read the text. Okay? Next we have na. Na. All right? Kind of having that staple look. All right? But this time, it's a little bent out of shape. Okay? It's going to be bent out of shape. All right? But then when na is at the end of the text, ma will now lose one of its lines and look like the wa. In this series, it's going to look like the wa, but with the extended clip. All right, it's going to have that extended clip. Then next, we have sa. 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 Okay? Now, when you take a look at this, it's going to look like the ma. It's going to look like the ma. But, it's locking. Remember in the Assyrian text, that ma changes into this box when it's at the end of the word. Okay? But now here we have sa, alright, which can be placed, of course, beginning or in the middle. So if you ever see this shape in the beginning or the middle of the text of that word, it will be sa and not ma. Okay? Alright, because sa is going to have a little more curve appeal, alright? And it would also have an extra crown at the top of his head. All right. Then next we have I. I. Kind of looking like English Y. All right. I. Then next we have pa. Pa. Okay. Kind of looking like an upside down English G, if you will. All right. But also, when pa is at the end of the text, pa will change its shapes as well. Pa will now kind of straighten up a little bit, okay? With that extended clip. Then next we have Tazah. Tazah. Alright? Tazah. Now the Assyrian text, Tazah is going to look like that crooked letter Y, okay? When it's at the end of the text, Tazah will suddenly turn around and fly straight. It's going to turn around and fly straight with the extended clip. Alright? So side Christ. Then next we have Qua. Qua. Alright? Kind of looking like an English P, okay? But with more space in between. Okay? The next we have Ra. Ra. Now earlier you heard me talk about more curve appeal, okay? Sometimes we can get confused when we see Ra and Da. Okay? But remember, Da is going to be straight and narrow, straight across. Ra is going to have that curve appeal as well. Alright? Then next we have Sha. Sha. Sha, looking like a pitchfork or a fire emoji, right? All right, most high correct. Then lastly we have Fa. Fa, all right? Fa. Supposed to look kind of looking like the Ka, all right? But with a broken leg, if you will, okay? Fa is the injured version of Ka, all right? Most High Christ. Let's let this sit for a few seconds, and then we'll get into some of our lessons. All right, Most High Christ. So, I was in a Pashkaya. My brother, my comrade. Today is Friday, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Today is Friday, but what is coming up? What is coming up?
Passover?
That's right. Give it up for the Most High Passover coming up. That's right, coming up, man. It's going to be here. Come, I believe, Friday, right? Friday, okay? So if we can, let's talk a little bit about Passover, okay? We do realize that this is especially a glorious occasion, a glorious event, and we're going to be reading a lot about Passover, okay? When we get there to the event, but of course we can at least do a little bit when it comes for Hebrew class, all right? Christ, give me 1 second, Slaki. All right, so now, if we can, let's turn to Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23. And we'll go ahead and start off with some sight reading for this. All right. 23 and 4. Yes. Start there. Three and 4. All right. So we'll write this out in the Hebrew. See if we can translate and read this out. All right. Most High Christ. So, Officer Lapash, if you could actually, for me, I'm going to go ahead and write out, starting Leviticus 23 and 4. If you could, go ahead and read, start from verse 1, if you will.
Call this book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
All right.
Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their season.
Alright, sounds good. The water for that, you can stop there. So, these are the what that we're going to be proclaiming?
The feast days of the Lord.
That's right. Feast days, the feast. Okay? A glorious occasion, right? And it's interesting because this is coming up, you know, and you hear about so-called, you know, Easter and such, but why is it that the church never really talks about, hardly talks about Passover? Also, do you ever remember hearing about or being really taught about the Passover when you were in church?
No, I mean, shame. I probably been to church probably like I'll say about 3 or maybe 4 times in my whole life.
Well, let's give that up, right there, at least. Yeah, right, that's all right.
All I used to hear about it, Passover was like some kind of Jewish holiday. That's all I heard about it. But any of that, I always hear about Easter. Talk about the Easter bunny, you know, laying eggs and all that. You go egg hunting. So, I don't think I heard about Passover in the world. So.
That's right. And then when you did hear about it, it was for some other people who pretty much said that you don't deserve it. You don't deserve to keep the Passover. You don't deserve to celebrate the destruction of your enemies. You understand? Another group of people took that heritage, took our culture from us. You understand? But in the Bible, in coming into the truth, we understand that this Passover is meant to be kept. This Passover is for us. And also, what's so significant about the Passover?
Significance is that
What's the significance of the Passover?
it is our freedom supposed to be the what called American 4th of July, the freedom of independence.
Okay.
That was our real freedom from the, you know what I'm saying, from the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I like that. All right, but also the purpose of the Passover is to remember what the Most High did for us. Remember how He got us and our ancestors, if you will, out of that bondage the hard way. Remember how we just had to pick up and leave. You know what I'm saying? To get away from our oppression. How He destroyed our oppression. All right? You have to remember that. You know what I'm saying? And keep that throughout our generations, as the Bible says. All right? So, let's go ahead and we'll start off. We're jumping right into it. But real quick, I think I heard somebody call in. Somebody called to the conference call. No sweat. All right. So let's we're gonna do a few verses. Just in case. We're gonna start doing verses Leviticus, coming from the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4. We're gonna go through verse 7, okay? So verses 4 through 7. Alright? So let's see. Officer the Pashkaya, if you could, come down and let me hear you read this for me in the Assyrian Hebrew. Alright? Most High Christ. And that's just in case, as we read in the English, the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. All right. This is what we want to focus on this because it is the season of Passover, and we in the Isupk, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under commanding Junior Honda, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Since 1969, we are keeping the Passover. All right. We're keeping the traditions of the Most High, keeping the traditions and the laws, statutes, and commandments that He gave us. All right, Most High in Christ. All right, so let's try this out.
Book of Leviticus chapter 23 verse 4 in Hebrew. Allah. Mawa Yah.
Good.
Yahweh. Ma Kwa Ayah. Qadash. Ashar. Da Kwa Awa. Atham. By my I dumb.
Oh, very good, Officer of the Apostle. Very good. Very good. All right, all right. All right, very good, man. Great reading. Great reading. Okay. So now let's take a look at this. Look at some of these words. Of course, we have Yahweh. All right. And then the Most High. Okay. We have Allah, which is these. Then we have Mawa idea, feast. Feast. Mawa idea, feast. Remember that word I was in the past. Mawa idea. We might be using that, you know. We might be using that word, feast. All right, feast. Okay. Then we have Makwaria. Makwaria, and that is convocations. Convocations. All right. Then Qadash. Qadash, help me out, Officer of the Park. What is Qadash again? What is Qadash?
Holy.
Very good, thank you. Qadash is holy. Holy. Alright. Then we have Ashar. Ashar. In this context is which. Shar. Thakwa Awa. Ye shall proclaim. Yeah. Ye shall proclaim. All right. A thumb. Got the word a thumb. Let's see the translation for that. I forgot that one in from my notes. Thumb. Then we have our item. All right. The root word of that is our item, and that is seasons. Seasons. You shall proclaim a thumb in their seasons. There we go. All right. No sign of Christ. So we have the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4. Allah, Mawa'idya, Yahweh, Makwaraya, Qadash, Ashar, Bakwawa, a thumb, Bamawadi thumb. Alright? Very nice, very nice. Again, Officer of the Pods, very good reading. Very impressive indeed.
Wow.
Shoot, you might keep that up. You might. Well, one of the captains might call you up to read at the Passover, man. All right. All right. And just in case, for those, when you hear me say this, whenever you always hear me say, reading for the feast. Reading what? Well, how we say it? We say what? Reading for the feast, reading for the Sabbath, reading for your own pleasure, or even reading for the generals. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens. I remember I was in line. Last year to try to read Hebrew. But at the what was it? At the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Sometimes you will get called up. So that's why we try to go over this. So that you can be ready. Because just think, I remember a couple years, I was just thinking about this, right? A couple years ago, I was at a cookout. Well, actually, you know what? 3 years ago, I was at a cookout for Cali. And we had a feast. I forget what feast it was. It was in October, so that was we were in September. So that was I think Feast of the Tabernacles. So I was in Cali for that, and I got called up, and I had to read Hebrew for General Muhammad and General Q, and I couldn't do it. I could not do it. But after that, I got with higher officers, especially got with Officer Thumb. And started, started practicing, going over it. And then look, now here I am. Reading Hebrew and teaching other brothers, sisters how to read Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Most time Christ for that. So it can happen. More than likely, it will happen. All right. So now let's read. We just did verse 4 in the Hebrew. Now let's do verse 5. Verse 5.
Oh, sorry. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month, at even is the Lord's Passover.
All right. So the 14th day of the first month. So now, and it's interesting because what day is Passover? What day is Passover?
Well, 15th. Well, technically it's 14th. No, technically it's 14th somehow.
Exactly. See how close we are? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just one of those nice what you would call coincidences, I guess. Well, and it's not just because according to our oppressor's calendar, you know what I'm saying, that we're able to line up when we should celebrate Passover. You know what I'm saying? Because of course there is a lot of science and a lot of research that goes into this, you know what I'm saying, which higher officers, you know what I'm saying, and officers of a higher caliber can, you know what I'm saying, they have this knowledge and that wisdom to pinpoint the actual day for the Passover. But again, I just find it, interesting that Passover is coming up, and on that calendar, gonna be right there as well. All right. So I'm writing this out in the Hebrew. I'm showing the fire, so if you could get ready.
Cause this is the book of Leviticus chapter 23 verse 5 in Hebrew. Bar Qadash Harad Ishawan Ba I Rob I Ba I Rabbi.
Okay.
At 14, okay. Ashar La Qadash Bayan Hi I Ragyam Patak Pasak Pasak, yeah. Law Yahweh.
Oh man, I was trying to beat you. Very good. Very good. All right. Well, yeah, also Pasha, your reading's gotten a lot better. A lot better.
Be up here on Saturday morning.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah,
All right.
Saturday morning, saying the prayers and
Hey, and how we say it? In the building. Most High Christ. Okay. So now, in the 14th day of the first month, even is the Most High's Passover, is the Lord's Passover. Okay. So now let's take a look at this in the interlinear. And real quick, I think I heard somebody chime in. Did I? You hear somebody chime in on the conference call? No sweat. No sweat. All right.
You had a mute board.
Huh?
You had a phone on mute board.
No.
Oh.
Do I? No, not at all. Not at all. Thank you for that. I could have. Thank you, the water, for that. Okay, so. All right, Most High Christ. Hey, Most High Christ. There it go. There it go. Who we got on the line? Who's with us? Oh, in the building. Marvelous Sar. Okay. All right, Most High Christ. Good to hear from you, brother. How you been?
Been good, sir. How you been, all right?
That's all right, man. It's all right. We making it, brother. We making it, man. We making it. All right, all right. So just in case, chiming in, we're in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 5. We just went over in the English and in the Hebrew, and we're about to look at some of these words. All right, all right. So we have Wa, Qadash. And now look at this right here. Qadash, the root word is month. Month. Alright? So let's maybe get that in our notes. Qadash is month. Qadash is month. With Ba Qadash, okay, I believe that Officer Yahweh Yadah went over this. So if we have Ba Qadash, what are we saying? If Qadash is month, Ba Qadash is what?
In.
Very good, very good. In. Okay. So in the month, very good. All right. All right. So then we have Ashwan. Okay. Well, Ashwan is first. First. Aswan is first. Alright. And I believe Officer Yahweh Yadah, shout out to him as well. He went over this, if I'm correct. So we have, if Ra Ashwan is first, then Ra Ashwan is what?
Duh.
Oh, very good. Very good. Go ahead, Mama Sar.
I was going to say, how would be and?
Okay, close, close. Ha will be the or the. Ha is the. Very good.
Why is and?
There you go. Ba is in. Very good. Very good. Okay. No sweat. No sweat. Okay, let's look at the next word. So we have Lashawan is first. We have Qadash is month. Then we have Ba'arabai. Ba'arabai. Okay. Now, does anybody remember what Ba'arabai is? What is Ba'arabai?
God is.
Now, if you need to look at the text. Look at the text.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Look at the English text. Okay. So now,
our God means for.
very good. So okay. So Arabai is for. Very good. So now we have Arabai. Okay, we have Ba. Then Arabai. Okay, and we see they have the Ha. Okay, I believe we still pronounce it Arabai. I could be wrong. It could be Arabaya in this text. Okay, and it's going to be for the what? 14th. Okay, 14th. Very good, very good. All right, then we have Ishar. Ishar. I'm still trying to remember what that one is or really see that. All right, we have Ishar. Then we have La Qadash. So what is La Qadash?
Like two or.
Hmm?
It can be two or.
What is Qadash?
Gosh, it's month.
Very good. That's right. We went over it earlier. That's right.
Oh, Slock, it can be two or of.
Mm-hmm. Very good. That's right. La can be two or of. Most times it is two. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Then we have Bayan. Bayan. Okay. Bayan is going to be in this context at. At. Then we have Ha Irabium. Ha Irabium. Ha Irabium is the even. Even. All right. The even. Or really, so like even here is the context for like evening. Okay, evening. At the even. Okay, or evening. All right, so people don't get confused. All right. Then we have our last words. We'll go ahead and rule this out. The Most High, and we did say that La can be to or of. Correct. Very good, very good. So, then what is Pasak? Pasak. Yeah, Pasak. If need be, let's look at the text. We can look at the text too to help us out. Let's see, Marasar, if you're with me, what is Pasak? Looking at our text, okay, we've been breaking down words. Okay, what is Pasak? What is Pasak? All right, no sweat. Also the Pashkaya?
Passover.
I have no idea, sir.
No sweat, no sweat. Okay, very good. Pasak is Passover. No sweat. No sweat. That's all right. It's just that, remember, if we were looking at the text, you know what I'm saying, just breaking these down, we pretty much went, we're just about word for word, and the last word to actually to break down was Passover. Okay, Passover. So Pesach. So if you hear Pesach La Yahweh, what are we saying, Officer Napash? Pesach La Yahweh.
Passover to the Lord.
The Lord's Passover.
Lord's Passover.
Pesach La Yahweh, the Lord's Passover. All right. So again, Pesach La Yahweh, also the Pasha is
The Lord's Passover.
very good, very good. Mama Sarah, Pesach La Yahweh is
Lord's Passover, sir.
very good in the building. Most High in Christ. All right, all right. Very good, very good. So hey, let's just say that you come to the event, and one of your brothers are calling you and whatnot. Hey, where you at, man? Where you at? I'm trying to find you. What can you say? What you gonna say? Where you at? Officer Posh?
What's that?
Where you at?
Lashawan.
Come on. See, I'm telling you, muscle memory. We're gonna keep doing it. We're gonna keep doing it. Okay, Mama Sarah, you getting a phone call? You're at the event. Brother asks you, where you at? Where you at? I'm trying to find you. I'm trying to find you. Where you at? What you gonna say, Mama Sarah? What you gonna say, Mama Sarah?
Pesach La Yahweh.
Man, we in the building. There we go. There we go. Pesach La Yahweh. All right, all right. Good, good, very good, very good. All right. All right, cool beans. Now let's go to our next verse, verse 6.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 6.
Uh-huh.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days must eat unleavened bread.
All right, cool beans, cool beans. So, we have been ordered, we have been commanded, first to keep the Lord's Passover. We've been commanded to keep Pesach La Yahweh. Is that correct? We've been commanded to keep that. Okay, very good. And Officer Parks, what is the significance of keeping the Passover?
Is that the members of the Lord gave us, you know what I'm saying, help destroy the Egyptians and help free us out of captivity.
Very good, very good. Okay, so now, next, we've been ordered to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Okay, so now, the Feast of Unleavened Bread. What is the significance of this?
We're supposed to keep it throughout all our generations. And like these other Israelite groups, they say you can't celebrate because we're not in the land of Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
So they thinking that, you know, because you're not in the land, but it said in the scripture you got to celebrate through all your generations.
Very good, very good. Okay, very good. But again, what is the significance of keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread?
Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Uh-huh. What is the significance of it?
Oh, significance was that we had to leave out of Egypt, so we didn't have time to bake anything.
All right.
So, you know, baking takes days and hours, so we had to eat it right there, you know what I'm saying, flat right there, you know.
All right, very good, very good. That's right. So now, having to keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread, all right, as Officer Napar said, hey, our people did not have time to get everything. All right, they had to get some of their belongings, get a little bit of food for the treacherous journey ahead. All right, very good. Okay, and also keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread helps us to remember the struggle. All right, it's going to help us remember the struggle. All right, of leaving our oppressors, leaving captivity, all right, and starting anew, all right. And it also is going to, it keeps you humble as well, keeps you humble, all right. the Most High in Christ. All right, so let's see, Officer Napash, you good? Let's get ready to read this in Hebrew.
I'll call this book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 6 in Hebrew.
All right, real quick,
Mm-hmm.
before you go there, Mawasar, do you have your sword with you? Are you able to follow us in the Hebrew?
Law, sir.
No sweat.
Looks like ready.
Come on, man.
Waba Kamash, Ashar, Yawam, La Kamash, Azar, Gog, Hama, Tazaroth, La Yahweh, Bash, Ais, Ya, Mayum, Mai, Tazaroth, Da, Kawa.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. All right. Officer Napash. All right. I mean, I'm just saying, Officer Napash. I've only been gone for like 2 weeks. I'm gone for 2 weeks, and you just clearing the board. Like I have to write faster now because of you. That's all right. I'm liking that. That's some good stuff right there. All right. Somebody said Salaki? No sweat, no sweat. All right. Okay, so let's look at this in the text for what we are reading.
Oh, God, I have my sword, sir.
All right, most high in Christ, most high in Christ. Are you able to follow us on the Are you able to follow us on the tube as well on the Facebook?
Facebook's I1.
All right, no sweat, most high in Christ. All right, cool beans. All right, so now let's take it from the top. We have the word Wabakamash. Or Bakamasha. What would this word be? What would this word be? Wabakamasha.
That was supposed to be 15.
Hmm?
Supposed to be Y and. Okay, supposed to be and in
Okay.
15.
Very good, very good. Okay, with our root word being what?
Kamash.
Very good, okay. Our root word being kamash, which is what?
5.
Very good, very good. So kamash is 5. Good. All right. Of course, we know wa is and ba is what? In. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So now, and kamash is 5. And according to this text, when we see this, we keep seeing kamash with a ha at the end. So looks like we're going to be pronouncing this as kamasha. Kamasha, okay? Kamasha, which will be 15. Good job. Good job. All right. Then we have Ashar, which is relating to. Oh, Salakia. That's it. I was reading it wrong.
So what?
I was reading it wrong. So we have Kamasha, Ishara. Remember, that's what it was. My apologies, I'm rusty. I got a little rust on me. Ishara, this is the 10. Remember? Not Ishar, Ishara.
Nah.
Ishara, as in 10.
Oh.
So, this is put together to show that it is 15. Alright? So we have Wa, Ba, Kamasha, Ishara. Okay? So there it is. There it is. What it is, we have this ha at the end of the Kamash. This is what's going to put it in that tense, like 14th. Okay? That's what we keep seeing. As in like 14th, 15th. Remember how we saw earlier, what did we see? We saw Abiraya, right? And then we saw Abaria, then what? Ishara. Okay? With that ha, okay? 14th, 15th, alright? Most High Christ. So that's what it is. Ishara, not Ishar. Ishara. Okay? Going along to signify the numbers, the actual numbers. Okay? Then we have Yawam. Yawam is what? Yawam is, huh?
Okay.
Yawam is day. Yawam is day. So if you heard, I believe it will be pronounced Tawab Yawam. Tawab Yawam will be what?
Good day.
Very good. Yawab Tawam. So Tawab Yawam, good day. Alright? Cool. Alright, let's keep it moving. We got La Qadash. La Qadash. So Yawam is day. I believe we went over this earlier. Qadash is what?
Month.
Very good, very good. See, this is one of the beauties when it comes to the Hebrew. Books like Numbers and Leviticus. Remember we said it earlier, beginning of class, a lot of repetition, a lot of muscle memory. Right? Very good, very good. So Yawam is
Day.
very good. Qadash is
Month.
very good, very good, very good. And Kamasha Ishara is
10th month.
close.
Yeah, Kamash. Oh, sorry.
My man. Mama Sorry comes through in the clutch. 15. Very good. Kamasha Ishara 15. Very good, very good. Yawam is day. Qadash is month. Very good, very good. Then we have Hazah. Hazah, according to the Blue Book, is same. Same. Okay. I'm not going to try to make you memorize all of these words. Alright. Then we have Cog. Cog is feast. Cog is feast. Then we have Hamatazawaf. Hamatazawaf. That would be Hamatazawaf is unleavened bread. Alright. Hamatazawaf, unleavened bread. So Kag Hamatazawaf is what?
Cock.
Kag Hamatazawaf is?
Oh, piece of unleavened bread.
Very good, very good. And Pesach La Yahweh is?
The Lord's Passover.
In the building. All right. Very good, very good. Okay. Very good. Then we have here, we got La Yahweh. In this context is unto the Most High. All right. Then I have Shabbath. Okay. So now, what is the root of this? What is the root of this? Root word of Shabbat. Shabbat. Huh?
Shabbat.
Very good. So it's not Shabbat, it's Shabbat. Shabbat, because the root word is Shabbai, and Shabbai is what?
7.
Huh?
7.
Very good. Shabbai is 7. Very good, very good. Shabbai is 7. Then we have Yamayam. Okay. Now this is interesting. We have, earlier we saw that Yawam is day. Yamayam is days. Days. All right. Then we have Matazawaf. And what is that, Officer Napash? Or, you know what, Mama Sar, what is Matazawaf?
Unleavened bread, sir.
And absolutely, very good, very good. Matazawaf is unleavened bread. Good, unleavened bread. Good, then we have the Akarwa. Akarwa, this is ye must eat. All right. So now let's read this over. All right, the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 6. Waba, Kamasha, Ishara, Yawam, La Qadash, Hazah, Kag, Ha Matazawaf, La Yahweh, Shabbath, Yamayam, Matazawaf, La Akarwa. All right, and we just read what? What did we just read, Officer Napash?
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
Absolutely. Very good, very good. And again, Isupk under Command Johanna is making sure that we keep the Most High's Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread. All right, let us know that this is a very serious thing. And for you brothers and sisters, remember also, when you are leaving for Passover, get rid of your leaven. Now is the time to eat all that bread. Eat all the bread out of the house. And get rid of the rest. Okay? That's what we got to do. Why? Because we have been ordered and commanded to do so. All right. Let's get down to possibly our last verse right here.
Cause this is the book of Leviticus.
Hold on, not yet. No sweat, but I love it though. I love it. All right. You know what? No, you know what? Keep that energy. Go.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
In the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
All right. So, we shall do no servile work therein. So now, option of Posh. If, lo and behold, that during the Most High's Passover, or during the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is a span of how many days again? I forgot. How many days is it?
7.
Very good. 7 days. So, within those 7 days, do you have to be off work? You have to quit your job?
No.
Okay. But it says that you shall do no servile work therein. So what is the Most High telling us? What is he saying? How should we understand this?
It would be like a 7 day, like a Sabbath. Would be something like that.
Oh no, so let's look at that verse again. Read it again.
Oh, so like in the first day.
No, what I'm saying, just okay, take a look at it, read it out loud again, please.
Come. In the first day, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Alright. So again, do I have to quit my job?
No.
Alright. So now, do I have to take some days off for this?
Come.
Alright. Sounds good. I gotta take some days off because, you know what I'm saying, this is the Most High's Passover. Right? Alright, cool. But still, it says like, you shall do no servile work therein.
Shalom, Lord Christ.
Shalom, Lord Christ. Who's this? Talk to me.
Officer from my
Oh, wait a minute. I got a cameo appearance from the officer of a Thou Wow. Officer Young, let's give it up for this brother right here. Khan. Yes, sir. Welcome to the class, sir.
By Christ, Lord.
Yes, sir.
I just came in, but you know, I just got into town a couple hours ago, Lord.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Sounds real good, sir. Sounds real good. Well, sir, if I could, if you're gonna stay on the line just for a little bit, we're asking about the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 7, and how we're not. It says like how we shall do no servile work therein, sir. Did you want to elaborate on this verse?
You got it, Lord. I'm just listening. I'm just observing.
Con, sir. Con. No sweat. So, with that being said, Officer Napash, it says that we shall do no servile work therein. Is it talking to us? Like, is it talking to somebody who works for somebody? Is it talking to an employee, or is this talking to an employer?
Employer.
Alright. So we're talking to an employer. So it's telling those brothers and those sisters, hey, you got a business, let your people go for a little bit. Alright? Let's take some time off. Don't make those people work. It's not about working right now. It's not about the money. It's about the Most High. Keeping this Passover. Keeping this holy convocation, right? As we were instructed and commanded. Alright, Most High Christ. So now, Austin Apash, if you could, come on down again to the front and read this. The book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 7, in the Hebrew.
Call this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 7 in Hebrew. Bar Yawam,
Okay.
Harashwan, Ma Quaroth, Qadash, Ya Ha Ya, Lakam, Tau, Malah Akath. So I'm sorry. Arabaiha. Okay, no, not I buy da.
There we go. Ibada. Okay.
La
Uh-huh.
da. I shawar.
Okay, it's the ice one. Very good, very good. All right, there's a building. Okay. Good. So we just went over Leviticus chapter 23, verse 7 in the Hebrew. All right. So now let's look at this. We'll see if we can do this word for word. All right. So we have Bayawam. Okay. Let's see. Mawasar. Do you remember what Yawam is? Yawam. Remember we gave the example of Tawab Yawam? All right.
Was that monster?
Okay, we're close. Okay, now we're not talking about month, but let's look at this verse. Very good. There we go. So Yawam is day. And remember what obviously Yahweh Yadai told us? Ba is in, correct?
Okay.
Very good. So in that day, okay, now we have Hara Ashwan. Hara Ashwan is the first. The first. There we go. Good job. Our Ashwan is first. Good. Okay. So then we have Maquara. Let's remember this one. Maquara is convocation. All right. Convocation. And then Qadash. Qadash is let's see, Mara, sorry, help me out with this one. What is Qadash? I forgot what Qadash is.
Month, sir.
Come on, I don't think it's month. Also, the parts, help me out. What is Qadash again?
Holy.
Very good. There we go. Qadash is holy. There we go. Let's write that one down. We're going to hear Qadash a lot. Remember how we hear it? Lashawan Qadash.
Oh, Lashawan Qadash.
There you go. Very good. So we have Maquara as in convocation. Qadash as in holy. Okay. Good. Very good. Then we have Yahaya. All right. Yahaya is shall. All right. Yahaya is shall. Lakam. Ye have. Looking in the Strong's Concordance, Blue Letter Bible. Ye have. Then we have call. Then Mala Akath, call Mala Akath, work. All right. Huh? I heard somebody chime in.
Something, so I was saying about work.
All right, very good. Yes, yes, very good, very good. Okay, then we have Ibada. Okay, that is servile. Ibada is servile. All right. So, looking at this text, remember it seems as well as we're learning. See how we have ma, quara, we see what? Convocation, but then what's the word we hear after that? In the Hebrew, what's the word we hear after that? After convocation? Let's just back up a little bit. We have ma, quara, Qadash, okay? We broke down that ma, quara is what?
Convocation.
Very good, okay, convocations, good. And then we see that Qadash is what?
Holy.
Holy. Okay, so now it appears that in the Hebrew, instead of saying, now how do we see it in English though? How we read it in English?
Holy convocation.
Holy convocation, but in Hebrew we see what?
Let's see.
We see what? Convocation, holy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, so then it appears that, okay, as far as like when we're doing this in Hebrew, what do we do first? We use the noun, and then what? The adjective. We're going to describe it, okay? So instead of saying how we gave the example, instead of tawab yawam, we will say what?
Yaram tawaf.
Very good, very good. Yawam tawab. Or instead of saying, so if we said the Lord's Passover, how would we say it?
Pasak la Yahweh.
Very good. Pasak la Yahweh. Very good. In the building. Okay, okay. So now let's get back to this. Okay, we just did Ibada, which is servile, talking about Mala'akaf, work. Okay. Then we have La'a, which is Marasa, help me out. I forgot what La'a is.
Something that we know, sir.
Okay, there we go, there we go. La'a is no. Alright, then we have the Aishwa. The Aishwa, that is, ye shall do therein. Very good, very good. Ye shall do therein. Very good. So, let's see, real quick. Qadash, hold on, Mawasah, the word in Hebrew, Qadash means what?
Holy.
Okay, very good, very good. Let's see. Also in the Pash, Yawam in Hebrew is?
Day.
Very good, very good. Okay, Mawasah, Pasak. Pasak is what?
Passover.
Very good. Okay, in the building. All right, all right. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Cool beans, cool beans. Just wanted to do some of that. Talking about Passover. Getting ready for that. Okay. So now, let's do a refresher before we end the class. All right. So I think you might have chimed in before, or you just didn't say much. So you're going to be involved in this as well. I'm going to ask a couple of questions. I'm going to ask a couple of questions, okay? And also just for the edification of the class, we will write this on the board as well, okay? We're going to do some questions, okay? All right. So, my first question, okay? Seeing if our brothers and sisters, or these brothers, remember their notes. Remember their notes, okay? Okay. So let's see. Mama Sarah, do you remember being in class for when we had some questions? When we did a little segment on questions? Okay, no sweat, no sweat. All right. Also, Napash, if I ask you in Hebrew, Maya Alahayim, what am I asking you? Maya Alahayim.
Who's the power?
Oh, very good, very good. Okay, okay. So, who's? Okay, we can't do this one in blue. All right, that's right. I'm gonna write it out. All right, we're gonna write this out in green. Who's the power? Okay. So like I should have said, Maya Alahaya. Maya Alahaya, who's the power? Okay. And let's see. So I asked Officer Napash, who's the power? And Officer Napash. Okay, and Officer Napash is going to respond to me with
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
So if I ask you Maya Alahayim, or so like it, Maya Alahaya, you're going to tell me what?
Power. Now you're going to say the power of the spirit.
Mm-hmm. Huh? Go ahead.
If you're saying all of high yo without the M at the end, it's power singular.
Okay. Very good. And what would the response be in Hebrew? Go ahead. There we go. Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. Okay. So who's the power? Or Maya Alahaya? I'm going to need another marker for this. That's right, because Maya in Hebrew, Maya is who? Maya is who in Hebrew. Okay? Very good. So Maya Alahaya, and you're going to respond. Yahweh. You know what? We're gonna stop being fancy. We're gonna use the black. We did say we're black and black, right? Very good, very good. So once again, if you were asked Maya Alahaya, the correct response is Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Alahaya. Alright? So okay, Mama Sarah, you have that written down? Alright. Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. And let's see, I think I have Yahweh Yadai chimed in, correct? Absolutely, absolutely. Once again, let's give that brother Officer Yahweh Yadai for holding down the Hebrew class where we were gone, our absent. Thank you again, brother. I really do appreciate that, all right. Go ahead, go ahead. Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. All right, so now our next question, call and response. If I ask, my Yah, La, Yanara. Oh, so like, how is it? My Yah, La, Yanara. That's it. My Yah, La, Ra. Okay. Also the Pash. Maya Laura Nawa.
Abba Yahweh.
Oh, okay. In the building. All right. And now, what did I just ask in Hebrew?
Who do we fear?
Very good, very good. We'll just keep this in black. Who? Very good. Do we fear? I wrote that wrong. Who do we fear? That's right. And in response, also the Pashkaya says, what?
The Father we fear.
Or in Hebrew,
Abba Yahweh.
oh, in the building. That's it, my y'all know. That's it. It wasn't Yaranawa, it wasn't La Yaranawa, it was Yaranawa. That's it. That's what it was. Plus I got a little rust on me. No sweat. Very good up to the Posh. Alright. See right here. Very good, okay. And that is the Father we fear. That's right. Ha'ava, Yaranawa. That's it. That's it. My Yaranawa. Lucky. All right, there we go. All right, Mama, sorry, that's it. My Yaranawa, who do we fear? Response, Ha'ava Yaranawa, the Father we fear. All right, you got that down? And the building. Okay, all right. Cool. Next, I'm going to ask you, my Malakum. All right. So, Marasar, I'm going to ask you, Maya Malakum. First, do you remember what Malak is? Malakum is. Or let's look at the root word, Malak.
Not Tik, sir.
Oh, very good, very good. Okay. All right, so we working. So, very good. So, Malak is king. So, Malakum is king still, because I'm asking a group of people. This one, okay? So, if I ask Maya Malakum, who's your king? All right, so Mausar, what would be your response? If I ask you, who's your king, Mausar?
Yahweh.
In the building. There we go. Very good. Very good. So, we just went over Maya Alahayim. Maya Alahayim. Okay. That's right, Officer Yahweh. Now, thank you. It is Maya Alahayim because I'm asking a group of people. Very good. Maya Alahayim. Then Maya Yaranawa. And now we said Maya Malakum. Who's your king? And the answer is, of course, Yahweh Shai. Very good. I know you have this written down. So then my last question will be, Ma Sham Ma Sham Kam. Ma Sham Kam. Obviously, how it died. You with me? What am I asking the people? Yes, Ma Sham Kam. What am I asking the people?
Yes, what am I asking the people? In English, you're asking what's your name.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, very good.
Oh man, I got a bad delay with that one. So now, what's your name? All right. So now if I'm asking what's your name, Mawasar, what do you think the answer will be?
Israel or Yahshua.
Absolutely. All right. Very good, very good. Very good. Okay. Oh man, everybody caught on real quick. Good job, good job. Okay, and like I said, I've said this before, you will see this a lot. You will see this a lot. Of course, we do a lot of repetition. We do a lot of muscle memory. Okay, we want to make this a staple for class. Okay, so then you never know, we might be able to get out there and pass over, and somebody just might ask us this. And wouldn't it be glorious if we can respond in kind in Hebrew? All right. So now let's go over this just real quick. Let's try this out. Let's see. Akim. We ask in Hebrew. Maya Alahayim.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Hayim.
Very good, Austin and Posh. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Maya Yaranawa.
Ha'aba Yaranawa.
Conference call? Good. No sweat, we're getting there. That's right. So far we asked who's the power, we just asked, who do we fear? Ha'aba Yaranawa. Who do we fear? The Father we fear. Very good. Maya Malakam.
Yahweh Shai.
Conference call? Very good. That's right. So you would just have to answer Yahweh Shai. Very good. So then you'll probably hear Ma Shamkam.
Yahshua.
Good. Conference call? Very good. No sweat. Very good. And as we go over this more often, we'll be more fluent with this. Okay? This is going to roll right off the tongue, okay? Like a second language. Or, better yet, a first language. All right? Very good. So we just went over verses from the Passover, verses from Leviticus chapter 3, verses 4 through 7, which more than likely will be read to us at Pesach La Yahweh. All right? In the building, the Most High, the Lord's Passover, okay? All right? And we just went over a call and response on who's the power, who do we fear, who's our king, and what's your name? All right? And when it comes to Pesach La Yahweh, to the Lord's Passover, we will have a glorious time with our brothers and sisters, with the higher officers, the captains, especially with the generals, okay? Able to eat succulent lamb and eat unleavened bread, as the Most High commanded back through the days of the Old Testament. Okay, we intend to keep the Passover, keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread, all right? Keep the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments so that Christ can come back and rule on earth and destroy our oppressors once again so that we may rule in righteousness. All right? Most High in Christ. And with that, we'll pass the class off to Priest and Officer of 50, Napashkaya.
This is the Isupk security announcements. We're the Isupk started on 1 West 125th Street, Hall, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are limited for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. My Isra, that means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department of teacher. Priest fund, free will offer a priest not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like to give. The next whole convocation is going to be the Lord's 53rd annual Passover. Give it a hand. It's going to be Friday, April 15. The address is 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida. Again, the address is 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida. And make sure you have all your arrangements ready by this week so we have this thing rolling. I walk him to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pant, headband, or scarf. And make sure you Google his address every time you head to the school. That means any GPS that you like to use. And the address is going to be 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. I repeat, it's going to be 3353 Glenwood Road, Decatur, Georgia. It help out the algorithms for the people to help find out about the school. With that, men in Israel, a salute to men in Israel. It's like a salute to the teacher. Men in Israel, Isupk, Mike, Rock, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Qadash.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
While I just said to you, Lashawan Qadash, may the Most High, in the name of Christ, bless you. Yah Yim, the top, me hands down, class dismissed.